Grace, we need to make y'all money, more sales. Yes.
Yes.
All right, then. More money, more sales, and AI. That's the name of today's topic. More money, more sales, and AI. The obvious issue, well, I won't say issue, but what you all can get better at is simple when you think about it. It is money. Now, in that idea of money, it is massive action. Y'all suck at it. Is that okay, Grace?
Yes.
Was that too harsh?
No.
All right. Y'all need to do a far better job of massive action. Now, not to beat you up, but let's try that at least, okay? So we need to try to fuse massive action into this conversation. Now, what you can do, Grace, is you can obviously ask Chat GPT. You can obviously ask Chat GPT, how would you Chat GPT do more massive action to get to certain places? So Grace, if you want to do 1,000, let's do if you want to make 10 sales this week, I need you to list, and you could list them in chat and not put you on the spot, but list them in chat. What do you think you would need to do if you want to make 10 sales this week?
Call at least or talk to at least 100 people.
Right then, so put 100, you're going to have to put high quality conversations, because that's what that will be. 100 high quality conversations. Not a real way around that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else?
Okay. Talk to 100 high quality conversations. I would have to go live on your page because that's where the leads are
Okay, so you need to go
to add
to,
value.
so that's two things there. You need to go where the leads are,
Mm-hmm.
and you would need to go to and get attention. Go to where the leads are and get attention. That's basically what you're saying. Go to where the leads are and get attention.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. What else? If you just joined us, we're talking about more money. What was the topic, Grace?
More money, more sales, and AI.
More money, more sales, more AI. We're not necessarily having a sales conversation, but what we're having a generate income conversation. Grace, the question was, if you had to make 10 sales today, what do you think you would have to do? And you have to say what so far?
Have 100 high quality conversations, go where the leads are, and get attention.
All right. These are good things. Anything else you can think of? There's plenty, but you don't have to be a genius at this, because we're asking, what do you think? And I'm about to come around this audience and ask everybody else.
Focus on what motivates you.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna get that out the way.
Okay.
I want to rechange that because motivation is garbage.
Okay.
No, you didn't. It's not that you said something wrong. It's just motivation is garbage. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's all malarkey. If I have to motivate you, you're doing the wrong thing. You're in the wrong area. And I don't mean to be semantical here, but it's not going to stop me from being right in this particular case. So it's not going to stop me from being right. Okay. Grace, let's rephrase that to, or let's rethink about that to Killing my sabotager. It's negative, but that's really what it is. Right? Yours is focus on motivation as positive. Killing the sabotager is negative, but I need to go to the negative to eliminate the issue here with this particular thing. It's not that you all are not motivated. You know what? Let's put it back into the positive, Grace. Let's put it back into the positive. Let's put it back into the positive. Putting your wealth at the top of your priority list. This is a solution. It's not motivation. It's just that you don't have 10 sales at the top of your priority. And let's think about this, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what Adonia is doing today. I don't know what she's doing at this very moment. I do know, Grace, it is her number one priority, whatever she's doing. Now, it may not be what she wants to do. That's not what I said. It may not be her desire. But whatever she is currently doing is her number one priority. And she will then move from that task to the next number one priority, even if it's in a set of steps to get to her place of employment. She will move number one priority to number one priority to number one priority. So anything that has something to do with her, she is doing. If it's something to do with her security, something to do with her job, she's doing that. You're only ever doing your number one priority. So when you say things like, I'm not motivated, it's because you don't have whatever you desire as your top priority. You have your employer as your top priority. Like right now, there's 500 million people on this planet, not 500 million. There's 3 billion people on this planet right now. The number one priority is their employer. They hate their jobs, but they got up this morning before the Lord woke them up. An alarm clock did. Letting that hang there. They didn't wake up naturally. An alarm clock did. And then they stretched and they brushed their teeth. And then they got dressed. They took a shower and they got dressed. And then they're checking emails for work. And then they're going to commute on a road they don't like and with a bunch of people they don't know next to them, all doing the same zombie race. That's because their number one priority is not to get fired or not to go homeless or not to something, whatever that may be. I'm not saying your job is bad. I'm saying, Grace, making 10 sales should be your number one priority. And when it is not, you're never going to do it. We'll try that again. Because they hide behind you. They hide behind you. And we're not even using Grace as an example. I just asked her a question. Grace, I asked, what's the name of the topic today? Let's repeat this.
The name of the topic is More Money, More Sales, and AI.
Sounds about right. It sounds like something Antonio would do. Definitely sounds like something Antonio would do. Okay. Grace, more money, more sales, and AI. Okay. I can dig it. I then asked you, Grace, if you had to make 10 sales a day, what do you need to do?
And I said, have at least 100 high quality conversations.
That's correct.
Go where the leads are
Also
and get
correct.
attention. And then I said, focus on what motivates you. But then Antonio said, well, let's reword that. And then he said, kill my sabotager. And then he said, well, let's put it back in the positive. Putting your wealth at the top of your priorities.
Yeah, because motivation is garbage. If you are not on time for our thingy, whatever our thingy is, besides the fact that you're a loser, okay, besides that fact, it is because being on time and respecting me was not high on your priority list. So if you say, well, I'm never on time, that's because never on time is never high on your priority list. But if I said be here at 7 o'clock, I'll give you $1 million. How many people you think Grace would be on time?
I mean, everybody.
The line would be around the corner.
Yeah.
They camp out at 12 midnight.
Like it's Black Friday coming.
You get it. Okay. So all of you should receive that. Most of you don't know how to make you a number one priority until you lose your health, you lose your job, and if you have 17 days left before you have to be homeless, then you make yourself your number one priority. So in order to get 10 sales today, everyone, it's not motivation you need, it's you need to change your priority list. Now that you're changing your priority list, you need to know what it takes to make 10 sales. Now, while I can absolutely make this a sales call, I want to make it something practical, Grace, that allows you to actually make more money today. Is that okay?
That is definitely okay.
Okay. Now, in this case, I meant y'all. I was talking second person plural. But Grace is going to take all the blessings because she's not playing with y'all.
Yes.
So no problem. Not a problem. Grace is going to take all the blessings. She ain't come to play with y'all today. Not a problem. All right, Grace. So we have a full understanding of what I'm saying so far. Yes.
Yes.
Now let's have an open discussion. I'll start first of how can we get 10 sales today. We'll start with attention, but now you go, well, how can we get attention? And this is where I have to tell you, Grace, that none of you are ever in your life going to make money in the world today without advertising. The world's changed. Going viral used to mean something. Now it just means likes. Viral does not translate into sales. It doesn't. It's just clout at this point, Grace. All right. Antonio, what would you do to sell more money? Well, I'll tell you that in a second. Depends on you. What would you do? Grace?
Sir?
Jerome? Adonia? Tracy? I can assume we all need more money. Yes.
You would be correct.
Okay, good. If we don't need it, because you don't want to say that word, you don't mind more money.
Not at all.
But nobody's turning down an extra 10,000. All right, then. Write this down in order, and then we have this discussion. The fastest way to get to 10 sales is to get to 1. Sounds condescending, but the first sale is always the trouble. Tracy said, facts, I need more money. All right. Now,
if you hadn't said anything so simple, you are correct.
Man.
Oh my God. Getting that first sale is
first sale is the roughest. It's always the roughest. Every day, the first sale is going to be the worst. Now, I want to stop because hopefully all of you are riding around in your car or got your kids in front of you. You got me on speaker. You're at the White House and you're letting them hear everything I'm saying. Grace, this is not a sales training. I can, and as master of sales, I can. But the reason I keep stressing that, Tracy, because the moment I keep saying sales, y'all keep what we call in the hood nutting up. You keep clamming up. Do not make this about the program, the ideology, and mindset that you have about sales. This is generating income. You will never survive in America if you do not generate income. Actually, you would never thrive in America if you do not generate income. You will only survive in America if you make income. Making income is trading time for money. It is never going to help you. Is this okay? All right. Every single person listening to me, I've done a 16-minute introduction on generating income for the most part. So what we're going to do now is we're all going to generate one sale. And I don't want you to be like, well, I've sold before. Well, you know what? That's actually the problem. Because selling is not the problem, Grace, but the time it takes to get to the next sale is. I'm trying to make it as plainly as possible. Deanna said that part. That's just plainly as possible, Jerome. It's not that you don't know how to sell. It's you don't know how to sell quickly according to your lifestyle. Who know what I'm talking about? You're spending way too much time in between your last sale. But the bills keep coming. You got to eat every day. Toilet paper keep running out. Come on. Shoot. You can't walk around itchy. I mean, I guess you can, but I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it. It's a whole different story. So we spend too much time in between sales. That's the problem. So if you are struggling with income, like if you're struggling with money, you're not struggling with money. Money doesn't have muscles. It is not putting Tracy in a headlock. You're not struggling with money. You're struggling with time to your next payday. That's what this call is about. You're spending too much time to get paid again. Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, quick question. As for me and my sales, what would my in between sales be? Would it be getting another paid speaking assignment? Would it be selling another book? Would it be like, because I feel that most definitely, and I'm so glad I'm able to be on today, but I just want to be able to identify like what my particular sales would be.
For sure. So if you're a personal brand who is a speaker, that's what she is. She's a personal brand who is a speaker, and she makes her living teaching and speaking to others. If it's in school, she's still teaching and speaking. If it is on stage, she's still teaching and speaking. Clear? The question now is, so what, I hear you, Antonio. I'm with you 100%. So what does that look like for me not to spend so much time in between sales? Everybody got that? All right. So Deanna said at the bottom, what about a course? Something that you can speak or sell. Absolutely, I agree. A course to do it. I'm going to take it out of Tracy and I'm going to say what Antonio would do for two reasons. One, I feel very comfortable talking about me. Two, I'm insanely aggressive. I'm insanely aggressive. I put a cough drop in my mouth. I suck it for a second and just bite it. I haven't had time for it. Just, I have no time for it. I'm dead serious. I have no time.
You sneeze intensely. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've got no time for it. I'm insanely aggressive. Antonio, the first thing Antonio would do was get a cell phone that has the voice recorder on it. And I would make sure it has one purpose and one purpose only: storage. And then I would wear clothes or get some sort of, I go to Amazon and buy no, I wouldn't do the lapel thing because I don't want nobody to see it. I would just flip my phone upside down in my pocket. The reason why, because your microphones are where your charger is. That's why, where your charger is. I flip it upside down. And every day that I am Tracy, I would record everything at school, every single thing. I sure would. I even let people, hey, hold on, just let you know I'm recording. Now I wouldn't put any sensitive information on because I don't have time for that. What I'm looking for is that hot fire that I say every day when one of these students asks me a question. Like, damn, I should have recorded that. You know what? I'm recording now. I know that much. Keep on hearing me. Not only am I recording all that information, Miss Armstrong, I got bullied today. Boom, and she go right into like killer speaker mode. You got to pick yourself up and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, those is gems. And she spent 8 hours a day dropping gems. And what I would do is I record all those. And I come home, I get all that dead space out, and I just get them little gems. 8 hours to give me something like 30 minutes to 1 hour of hot information I can use. I do that for a whole school year. That's 180 days approximately. That's at least 180 hours or 90 hours. Now I have an audio library that I will be selling. Not only would it be podcasts, but I have a whole audio library. So when you come and get my speaker course for $19.99, you can get 20 hours of just listening to me on the, and I would group these things in topics: motivation, how to get over trauma, how to help this, how to do that. I'm gonna group them in topics, Grace. This is all me. You can't get it nowhere else. It's not in the book. And how many of you know that every time you need help, your gift come out? I mean, every time somebody need help, your gift come out. Who know what I'm talking about? And you say the great stuff, Jerome, don't you? Literally, somebody should be walking around with you all day with a camera, Janice. And really, no, seriously. Adonia, don't act like Adonia, you help people all day long. Come on, Adonia. You know doggone well you be fixing $1 billion problems before 9 a.m.
Okay,
And
maybe not $1 billion, but yeah, that's why I kind of ghosted a little bit for about 20 minutes when I was at work last night when we were on call, because my boss had a moment and I had to go, yeah, give him some Kleenex and say, okay, you need to breathe and let's do this. So yeah, it happens.
So basically, here she go being Superwoman again for the 10 millionth time. She genuinely fixes more problems at her job than God has grace at her job. The two most important people at Adonia's job is God and Adonia. And her boss think Adonia God. He don't go to God to fix her problem. Adonia, fix my problem, please.
You are correct.
Well, pray about it. I don't want to pray. You can fix it. You can fix it. And all these things should be recorded. There's nothing illegal about you recording. There's nothing illegal. You know what to do. Stay away from sensitive areas. Pause it when appropriate. Let people know. Boom. You're recording for you. You're not going to release anything. We're not talking about. I don't want you to bend no rules. Don't bend anything. I don't want you to be risque. We don't want no Donald Trump. We don't want no what's the shock jock name? Have people naked on radio.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern. We don't want nothing controversial. We only want you to start getting paid and putting yourself as your top priority at your job.
You know, you have a great idea, but my problem, the biggest problem that I would have is I would have 5 minutes of audio, because he goes through this childish, you know, he'll say something very derogatory about an employee, that they're dumb or something. He'll say, just fire them. He'll just have a moment, and I said, okay, you done? He's done. I said, okay, here's what we probably should do. You know, he makes accusations. I said, you're in your feelings. You're not using facts. You're pissed off. So it's okay to be pissed off. But now that you're pissed off, what can we do to either avoid it, change it, whatever. I have to go through that kind of dialogue with him because he has this temper tantrum like a 2-year-old.
Yep.
And I like, dude, we're gonna go to jail if you keep talking like that. So
fair enough.
I have to bring him in. So yeah, that one. Now here's the thing. I got an idea though. Maybe not do the recording, but he probably is definitely good for me having some topics to talk about.
I was just for the change it to say, then since you spend 5% talking, 95% listening, go ahead and get everything he's saying. It's going to be on audio, transcribe it, put it in Chat GPT, give me all the key points here. And then you'll get all the key points of all this negative, derogatory stuff. And that's all her topics. You get it? It's the top. She's just going to generalize it now.
That was genius right there.
There you go. There you go. She's never going to run out of topics. Go ahead, Talisha.
I only got like 2 minutes before the next person come in.
Okay.
The question I was going to ask is, like, okay, so I'm doing like my TikTok videos or whatever, and like I want to change the scene. I don't want to always do it at my spot. So the problem is, like, I try to go to Walmart and do one, and they told me, it's like, oh, you can't video in here. So there's a lot of places that's stopping us from video. What should we do? Like, they arrest people for videoing.
They can't arrest you for videos, but I do get what you're saying, though. What kind of video? Is this etiquette you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, got you. All right.
So mine was going to be something about how, like, the distance you should give. You know how, like, people be breathing all under your neck when you're in line?
Yep.
And don't know how to give you respect and allow you to, you know, do your transactions. I wanted to talk the proper etiquette about that. And
Gotcha.
I wanted to use a register, empty register where no one was at, so that I can interact. And the guy was just like, we just put somebody else for that. You can't. So,
Fair enough. Here's what I would
I'm
do.
going into first. Okay, how do I mute myself, guys?
*6.
Or no, not mute, but like unmute. I mean mute that.
Yeah.
Same
Hit
thing?
*6 again. Yeah, it'll do it for you.
Okay.
All right. This is what I would do. Okay. Talisha's a very pretty girl, so she's got pretty privilege, so she can get away with some things I can't get away with. But what I would do is I would understand human psychology and understand what if I do get the breathing off my neck, I would do it in a funny way. I would get a cucumber and an eggplant. Both of those are highly suggestive, aren't they, ladies? I bet I got attention, though, already. Bet I do. Huh. All the cameras are like, oh, my God. Yep. See? So you already stopped scrolling, didn't you? Then don't let me be pretty like Talisha with a cucumber and an eggplant in my hand. Now I'm really stopping.
You trifling, boy. You just trifling.
I know how to get attention. I know how to get attention. Yes, really, I know how to get attention. So now I got a cucumber and I'm not doing anything suggestive. Your little dirty mind is. I'm not doing nothing, Janice. I just got these pretty little hands around this thick, girthy vegetable.
Go to your room. I am time out.
He couldn't even keep a straight face after he said he could not keep a straight face after he said.
He needs time out for real.
Okay, so now what I would do is I'm holding them and I would go through it. Here's how etiquette works, guys. Here's how etiquette works, fans. And then I would go through the process, never saying anything. And I would just sit back and watch the comments blow up. You knew what you was doing. Blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Comments, that's algorithm. There it goes again. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's algorithm. That is more, it'll push you up. And she didn't even do anything inappropriate. She can record all she wants. And then you go get And everything will have to be suggested, but I would make sure I would get inanimate objects and make them, I would personify them, is what it's called. Personified. I would give them human attributes. And the reason why I would do that, Grace, because nobody else is doing it. Every etiquette person looks the same way. Janice, let me dress nice. Right? Then let me put on the nice voice. No. Or do the opposite. You're still teaching the etiquette. You're still being taken very seriously. You're still going to put your show notes. You're just making me stop scrolling. And now it don't cost you no money. It don't cost you no gas. You can use any kind of background, because now you don't need a big background, Deanna. You only need, pun intended, a few inches to cover your inches.
Are you going to come and bail her out when they lock her up?
Well, I didn't say do it in
He's
Walmart.
going to hell, not jail. He's going to hell.
I didn't say do it in Walmart. But, you know, girth. I just want to say it again. Okay, go ahead, Grace. I just had to say it again.
First of all, why are you this way? Okay.
That was solid advice. It was not inappropriate. It would totally work because she is super pretty and petite. And then the internet has given all of us dirty minds.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So when Tracy was talking and asked you a question and you were talking to her about podcasts, Tracy, Spirit said, talk to Tracy and tell her you're going to do a podcast with her about the both of you being teachers. Because I started a podcast called The Teacher's Lounge.
Yeah.
And I ain't do nothing with it.
Didn't do nothing with it.
I ain't do nothing with it. But if I could get with Tracy and talk about the daily things that happen in a teacher's life, the things that we talk about in the teacher's lounge that you can't talk about in the classroom, I think we could do some things.
Grace?
Yes, ma'am.
Grace, this is Alicia. I have a
Yes.
customer in the car. She said that sounds amazing.
See?
Okay.
See?
You know
See
what?
that?
It sounds amazing to me too, but open up your thoughts. Not just teachers like kids in classrooms. I'm a teacher. A trainer's a teacher. So it's not just school. Although I think that should be your primary because that's who you are and that's you guys' skill. But you can invite guests that say, you know, what's your teaching experience outside the classroom? So you don't have to limit it. I think that is and the teacher lounge, girl, I'm coming.
No doubt. No doubt. I completely agree. I 100% completely agree. If now this is me again, was going to talk, if I was going to be a teacher, and if I was going to be a school teacher, and I was going to talk about what it's like in school, the first thing I would do is add things you don't expect me to add. I do it over a glass of wine or sparkling Welchers. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be alcoholic. Why? Because we're not used to seeing teachers in relax mode, are we? Y'all keep doing things regularly. No one cares. And stop making videos that sound like commercials. What do we all do when the commercial come on?
Go get something to eat. Go to the
Right.
bathroom.
Not watch the commercial. Not watch the commercial.
Go get something to eat. Go to the bathroom. Or our very favorite, we pick up our phone.
But you know what? Great. I'm calling Grace. I got another idea. So think about it. All you gotta do, especially in California, turn your news on. There's so much crap happening at the schools. People shooting folks. They just doing stupid stuff. Just that being the safety of being a teacher. You can talk for 400 years about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you lock them down. They're hiding under desks. You got to show a child how to, you got a mass shooter on campus. The teachers are going through it and they're not paid. They treat it like, look at me. Sorry. It's so good. That's a good topic. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. This is what I do, y'all. We're going to pretend this little cup right here is my little wine glass. First thing I'm going to do as a teacher, I'm going to put on my moo-moo. You know, it'll be a good one, though. It'll be one that robe up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be one that, it'll robe up nicely.
You ain't got to hold it together with your finger.
But you know,
like Big Mama.
That's how my grandmother did it. She slid her feet around. She slid her feet around when she held it like this here. The first thing I would do is, honey, let me tell you. And that would be the name of my show. Honey, let me tell you. with my little glass of wine. I probably never drink the glass of wine, but here's the deal. I would get so much attention. People with wine companies would beg for me to hold their wine in my next video. Grace, tell them what we're talking about today.
Today we're talking about more money, more sales, and AI.
More money, more sales, and more AI, artificial intelligence. And I'm not attempting to make this a sales class today, although I can. I don't want you to think about sales. I want you to think about the fact it takes $36 an hour in America just to be broke. I dare you challenge that. $36 an hour to be broke is what it costs. If you look it up right now, it costs $55 an hour to live in a metropolitan area in America. That's $108,000 a year. But the average median income in America is $53,000 a year. The average rent as of last month in Manhattan is $5,500 a month. Look it up yourself. The dollar is disrespectful. We don't want to get nobody no ride no more anywhere. It is, you genuinely have to be, you almost have to have a full-time job and Uber on the weekends just to have joy money. Nah, you're not gonna fool me now. I know what I'm talking about. Because the system is so stacked against the regular person. But the problem is you make money instead of generate it. When you make money, you can only go so high. How can you go, Antonio? Whatever they told you. This is how the conversation go. They say, Tracy, hey, Tracy, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing pretty well. All right, well, Tracy, you interviewed the best. Oh, thank you. Yeah. We're going to give you $50,000 a year. Oh my God, I'm so happy. That's all we're going to give you. We also want to tell you when to come to work, when to take lunch, what to wear. And as long as we like you, you can stay here. But just so you know that we don't really be liking y'all like that, as a teacher, we're going to do 2, maybe 3-year contracts at a time because we're going to reevaluate you.
What do they do 2 or 3 year contracts after a teacher?
That's how you do it in college. That's how you do it in college.
Yeah.
Teachers get 1 year?
1, yes.
Oh my God, that's even worse. You know, I used to be a college professor. They give you 3 years.
Oh, yeah, you talking about college. Okay.
Yeah, a college professor, they give you 3 years. They give you 3 years. 1 year. You know how much we don't like you? Can you, Janice, what's up, baby? How you doing? You doing all right? Listen, I'm going to date you for a year. But at a year, we're going to reevaluate if I feel like fooling with you again. That's basically what it is. Because when you make money, they ask you, Talisha, what's your name? Social. Who you claiming? How many people in your house? How long you been at that address? I need the other addresses before that. And other before that. How many names you use? What's your maiden name? What about nicknames? How many times you been to prison? How many times you did that? When you start a business, they say, what's your EIN? All right, what bank account you use? Going on out there. Come on, y'all. I can have 15 felonies, start a business, make it big. I can't make 15 mistakes on my application and get hired. So it's not set up in our favor. So in order to make more money, obviously we need more attention. I don't know what that was. Obviously we need more attention, but forget the making more money the way you understand it. Try to get making more money the way I understand it. And that is simple. I need to stand out and convert immediately. Why? Because the problem, Deanna, is not, I don't know how to get money. The problem is I spend too much time not getting to the next money. And that's the problem. So we need to create a vehicle that gives us money consistently, which is where we're going next. Let's do Uber real quick. Let's do Uber or Lyft. I can Uber or Lyft in a small city. I could Uber Lyft in a big city, or I could just hang outside the airport. Or I can Uber. Oh, Super Bowl today? Guess I'll be sitting by the Super Bowl. All right, two things I just exposed there. We all need to, well, y'all need to pick a vehicle that consistently pays. That's one. That is surrounded by the flow of money.
Say that again.
You need to pick a vehicle that consistently pays, that's surrounded by people saying, here, take my money. This gets real easy after that. Now we're going to go back to Tracy. So does Grace write that down? Because Tracy is like, so if I'm a personal brand and I'm speaking, okay, where are they paying for speakers at? And what vehicles can consistently pay speakers? See, that was real easy. So I'm getting excited now because I know where I'm going and I know what I just did. Making money is difficult. But when you understand how to make money, it's easy. The vehicle has to pay Tracy consistently. So now she got to pick the right vehicle. What are the right vehicles, Antonio? Podcast for sure. If you ain't on no podcast, you tripping. Podcast pays out more than every month. Now, you may not get your money to every month, but you're consistently getting paid every day for generating an audience you never going to see. I'm looking at y'all squares. That's one. Reels, Instagram. You're getting paid. There's your vehicle. Is it? Oh, yeah, still on. Reels. TikTok. Podcasts. Here's my favorite, merchandise. Hey everybody, it's Tracy, and I'm here, and I just want to give you a motivational quote real quick for 30 seconds. By the way, if you don't have this cheer merch that I have, yeah, you sell your own merchandise. You don't need to sell all of it. You just need to make people, you need to do two things. When selling your own stuff, you don't need to sell it all. You need to do two things, write these two things down. One, make me feel bad for not getting it. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You're a loser if you don't get this.
Well, how do you do that shit?
Well, fair enough, right? This is a great question. So you don't need to say you're a loser. I was being facetious. You say something like, hey, supplies aren't lasting long. Everybody's getting them. Except for you. Or you make a funny video at the end of your video. Let's say like, share, and subscribe. Did you know that most of the people watching this video aren't subscribed and didn't like the video? And guess what? The person you said that to is one of them. How many of y'all, just yesterday, you watched multiple videos and didn't like it and wasn't subscribed? That's everybody here. So now you go, man, I feel bad. Boom. You have to ethically bribe me into buying from you. Why? Because number one rule of economics, I have to want what you're selling more than I want my money. I don't want Tracy's cheer stuff, but I do want to be closer to Tracy. If I keep watching your videos, I keep putting you in my life. And if I keep putting you in my life and I'm not exchanging a favor, then you need to say, hey, everybody, if this video added any value to you, I know a lot of you watching, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. But if you can do me a favor, I am trying to learn more about my audience so I can give you better content. For those of you who will, if you can drop in the comments, what was your favorite part of what you would like to hear next? I'd be grateful for that. Today, we're going to talk about BAM. Now, what you just did was two things. You separated the passive listeners from the active listeners, and you ethically bribed me to help you get my money. I'm on it today. I'm making it real simple, too. Let's go back to Tracy again. Podcasts, reels, merchandise, anything that lets you get paid often. Well, Antonio, I don't have a t-shirt company. Go to Printful, PRINTFUL.com. You can get all your stuff built there. They'll ship it for you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay nothing up front. Congratulations. Okay. Well, I don't want to do much. I want to do courses. I will say less. You want to do courses? I got you. This is not a problem. Okay, Antonio, I'm a speaker and I want to do courses. What kind of course should I do? Not the one you want, Antonio. Grace, what would Antonio do if he didn't know what kind of course to do?
He'd poll the audience and go find out what people wanted.
Mm-hmm. All right, next section. Poll your audience, bundle better. Started promoting WandaCon just yesterday. It's the first time because the website was done. It's on now. Oh, it's on. The first thing I did was put advertisement on podcasts. It's the first thing I did. Interesting how the very first money I spent was podcasts. Do me a favor, Grace. Google how many podcasts are there today. I have no idea this answer. It's a lot. It's crazy. People like Deanna got 9 podcasts. She got one mouth. 9 podcasts. Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay. Now, a lot of things that you're saying, I have already started to implement. I started last year. However, what I am finding is time. My time and energy has been like I haven't been able. Like when you was talking about your number one priority and things like that at the beginning of the call, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get it all in and keep doing the videos and keep doing the reels. And I wanted to start my course, but it's like my time has really just been taken. And I know like I'm doing recordings during class, like you said, but I haven't had time to really just like sit down and put it all together and do what I need to do. And even like just anything. Like I feel like when I went back, my priority shifted, but I want to figure out how to do both, how to do it all.
Yep. Okay. You just blessed the whole call as usual. All right, we got a couple of things.
Because I feel the same way. Like I want to be able to do it all.
Okay. Hold off on the sharing the screen real quick, Grace. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to address the fact that when you went back, man, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for this. And none of it's offensive. I'm just not supposed to pull back the curtain this far. I am supposed to get my umbrella and fly off the building like Mary Poppins and, sing Disney songs is what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to list some organizations. But first, I want to tell you about the Matrix. Are you familiar with the Matrix? Think about the Matrix as this invisible world that It's not just all around you, it's in your nose. It's in every single thing that you do that is meant to do one thing: keep you a slave. The rest of my talk will not make sense if you don't accept that. You say, well, that's stupid, Antonio. All right. Grace, this time do me a favor. Google debt slavery, please. I'm not going to say another word. I hope all y'all got me on speakerphone. Okay. Debt slavery. There's over 5 million podcasts in the world with over 70 million episodes. Thank you so much, Grace. We got that one figured out. Debt slavery. Grace is Googling it right now. That's just slavery. The first one is good enough for me, Grace. Debt slavery, written by Gerald D. something, August 24th. Looks like it's been updated. Boom. Debt slavery, also called debt servitude, debt bondage, or debt peonage, a state of indebtedness to landowners or merchant employers. If you don't know what merchant employer means, your bills, your job. That limits autonomy. If you don't know what autonomy means, it means being by yourself, on yourself. You get to make your own decisions. You wake up when God wake you up. Of producers, so that limits you being on your own, so you can produce your own things and provide other people with capital with cheap labor. Examples of debt slavery: indentured servitude, peonage, and other forms of forced labor exist around the world and throughout history, but boundaries between them can seem difficult to define. Scroll up for me, Grace, or down. I need to see more of the words. No, like, let me see more of the document, because your screen doesn't look like my screen. Like, more paragraph. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is she frozen? Am I frozen? Oh, she frozen. Okay, that's what it is. All right. Anyway, it was going to say that debt slavery. Can y'all hear me? That was Grace. Okay, good. Debt slavery is in perpetuity. Perpetuity means no end in sight. This is going nowhere. It used to be Adonia had to take care of herself. Excuse me. I had to take care of Adonia. Go out there and get my carrots. Slave. Go and sleep in my little outhouse. Slave. Have some babies. Make me some more slaves. Now it's different, Tracy. It's you go take care of yourself, Tracy. Slave. And you go feed yourself, Tracy. Slave. But you gonna bring me my unearned income. Today, all of you are indentured servers. All of you are slaves. So if you do not think, and this is in with respect of sex slavery, different kind of slavery. If you do not think that you are a slave, don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing for 60 days. Don't go nowhere. Don't clock in nowhere. Don't pay nothing. Is there one who can survive this way? You don't pay a single bill for 60 days, especially your house or mortgage. Is there one? You don't clock in for 60 days. Is there one? Now, you mean tell me when you was in kindergarten, ooh, you know what? I'm going to wake up, man. I'm going to make sure somebody else run my life. Let's count, before I finish answering Tracy, let's count all the people who run your life. Think about all your bills. They run your life. Let's think about the ones we have to have. Cell phone, internet, food. The idea that we go pay people for bananas that grow out the ground for free is mind-boggling to me. But you know what? Nevertheless, don't let me bother you too much. I am a capitalist. Since I got out of the ground, you didn't run me my money. You paying me for my expertise and my labor. I get it. I'm just saying. Money, water, electricity. You in the South, heat, air conditioning. You can't even live down here without air conditioning. transportation, even if it's public, gas, taxes. What else can we not live without? Said food, internet. Oh my God. Can you imagine being in today's world without the internet? Phone service. These things, somehow, we must live by. And every day we get up, sacrifice our energy and our worth to go pay all those people those bills because we don't own a damn one of those things. Now, Tracy said something. It's two things. I wrote them down when she was talking. When I went back, I fell off. That ain't what she said, but that's how I'm saying it. So there are three entities that slavery is the strongest. That's why I brought up the matrix and slavery. Now, right here, everybody but Talisha, stop multitasking and pay attention. Talisha needs to multitask or she's going to die. She's driving. We need her multitasking.
So you don't want
Multitask away,
nobody to
Talisha.
call nobody to my window yet?
No, you go ahead and multitask. You at the job. You go ahead. We don't want you sleeping on my couch. You know, you can go ahead and multitask. Yeah, you go ahead too. The rest of you who are not in the position, pay attention for 20 seconds. Church, slave. The government, slave. Employer, slave. These are the three biggest entities that produce slavery to this day. Debt slavery, to be exact. You don't have to like it because I said church. Actually, any religious establishment. I'm not saying religion is wrong. What I'm saying is, where did you think you learned the Pledge of Allegiance? Tracy works for the government. No, I don't. I work for the independent school district funded by the government. She's the government worker. Who teaches
Can you
you?
repeat those?
Yeah, church or religion, the government, and what was the third one? Church,
Employers.
employers. Their sole job is to teach you how not to make money. I dare you prove me wrong. You do not learn how to make money in religious circles. I'm not telling you that your particular church don't do it or something. I'm sure there's one or two out there. But you learn how to tithe. You do not learn what to do with the 90%. You say what you want. I live on earth. You say what you want. You do not learn how to make money in school. You know what they taught us how to do in school? Write a letter. Y'all remember that? In third grade, you had to learn how to do cursive, and then literally there were classes. Okay, you put your name on the left side. You remember that? Really? And then all of a sudden, you 20, don't even know how to write a check. Don't even know how checks work. That made me nervous. Like, genuinely had a panic attack. There is no financial literacy or education in school whatsoever, nor is it in employers. You say, well, my employer does it. Yeah, some of them do. I'm not gonna lie. These are the three strongest places where slavery exists. So yeah, you fell off when you went back to the slave mount. It's not your fault. It's called indoctrination. I dare you to go to your job talking like an entrepreneur. You know what an entrepreneur looks at fixed things and says, I should break that and make it better. That's what an entrepreneur does. An entrepreneur looks at like, man, that thing works good. I think I could do it better though. That was a great keynote. I'm going to do one like it. We look at things working just fine. break them, make them better, and make them cheaper. That is why entrepreneurship is the backbone of the economy. Yeah, what we do. And you can't go to your job and go, I think we should reach more people. Now, wait a minute, Tracy. Now, you just wait a minute. Our funding don't do that. We got politicians running the country. Has anybody ever needed help and asked for a politician? Anybody? Anybody broke an arm and was like, I need a poli-sci major? Anybody is there a poli-sci major can fix this? My computer's broke. Is anyone went to political science? No. Why do we got people doing political science running $1 trillion budgets? Makes no sense. Because the matrix has you. Now, the second part of Tracy's question has an easy answer. I want to do it all. Yeah, do it all. I'm going to list to you everything Antonio has done this year. I'll even show it to you. I'm going to list to you everything Antonio has done this year. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. I have ghostwritten 30 books this year so far. This is August. That's honest to God truth. 30 books this year. I have ghostwritten 30 books this year. All masterpieces. Here are just a few of the titles, and I'm not going to let you see them too much. Right there, okay? I'm not going to let you see them too much. You might see like Les Brown out there with a book, and he'd be like, oh, I know who wrote that book. Nope, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Don't mess up my money. It wasn't me. I've ghostwritten 30 books. I have done keynotes in, 9 states. I have built Rhino Leg completely, just still training models. Rhino Messenger. I've built Vibin. Y'all don't even know about that. It's just think of short form video. I've built 6 major tech products with over 10 million lines of code apiece. I have written for myself 8 books, 2 of them fiction. Another 13 of the books are 50% done for myself. I have my podcast today has 1,200 episodes. I haven't posted episodes in 6 days, which I'm about to fix. I built way too many websites, launched more than enough companies, and orchestrated the deal with the NFL. Let me go on to say it now. Orchestrated deal with the NFL. Have had meetings with a few billionaires and have posted over 100 times a day since January. By myself. I did all that by myself.
Wait, I'm gonna need you at first.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna write it down, but you got me messed up. So let's start over. So you said 30 books.
I've ghostwritten 30 books. I still have 6 left to write. I've ghostwritten 30 books. So this ain't no brag. I'm about to tell you how I did it, Tracy. Because you said I want to do it all.
I got 30 books to write. Mm-hmm. I ain't ghostwriting for nobody. You could stop it. I ain't doing that part. Okay. So, but 30 ghostwritten books. You said like how many books? Okay, I'm sorry.
I've written 2 for me completely, fiction books. I've written another 6 self-help books or finance books completely. Okay, and I missed one. I wrote a black education book called Resegregation. I'm doing the audio books for the audio book for that right now. So I missed one of the books. I built Rhino Leg, Rhino Burn Chat, and something else. Rhino Leads. built 3 technologically artificial intelligence powered companies. Then I built an entire 2 social medias, a social media inside of a social media. I built 2 apps for other people. I left that out. 2 apps for other people. Most of these are 10 million lines of code or more.
Okay, keep going.
I've learned and built, keep the nerd information out, projects and white papers. I just keep it simple for Solana, Polymatic, and Ethereum. I have a client that I built an entire digital media company for. I've orchestrated a deal with the NFL. And some other stuff I can't even think of right now. I had to look through all my stuff. While still being a father, while still being little boo thing, while still eating every day. I ain't got time for nothing. Oh, and I keynoted in 9 different states. I don't have time for nothing, but I do it all. How? It's simple. I'm always working and I'm always recording. Can we talk? I'm going to make the rest of this call of how I get stuff done so quickly, and I'm going to give y'all all my secrets. May I do that? Okay. I record all day. Even when I'm not recording, I'm still recording. No idea why people call me. Just text me.
I don't know if somebody did it. I'm sorry. Can you make that make sense?
Which part?
I'm recording all day, even though I'm not recording. Can you give an example?
Yeah, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and recorded. I got so my pre-album comes out. So I have an album come out December 12th that has 20 tracks, and I got all 20 tracks done and the music, but I'm just rehearsing them for the timing because I care about my flow. It's a slam poetry album. So I got to record the whole album, but I have it planned to be on pre-sale by September 12th. So I got to record 20 songs in 11 days now. I can't do that when y'all are up because y'all bother me. So I got to do it before you up so you don't bother me.
I can't stand you.
It's the truth. I mean,
so far what I heard was you start your day before everybody else even wakes up.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily trying to tell you wake up early. When I wake up, I work up viciously. I wake up in attack mode. I genuinely wake up in attack mode. Sometimes I forget to brush my teeth. I get on this microphone, I go, damn, I got to brush my teeth. I'm out of line. Let me get up and brush my teeth. Like I genuinely have to open my mouth on a microphone to remind, oh, damn, I can't. I'm not gonna have this mic smelling like that. Like genuinely, because I wake up vicious. And we're not even talking about, so if I go, like, you're not even fit to believe this. I'm going to go to Audible right now. I'm going to go to my profile. And it says listening times. Today says 0 because I ain't listening to nothing. The month, though, uh-oh. Now look at this here. This month, August, I have listened for 18 hours and 14 minutes. So not only am I working, but I'm still pouring information into me so it can come out of me better. I fly Delta. I make sure I got Prestige so I can connect to the Wi-Fi, sitting in Comfort Plus or first class, it depends. And I'm working on the damn plane. So I'm not saying work. I'm saying I maximize my day. I'm for the tell you. Since I record all day, John wants me to explain. When I'm off recording, I still record. I just take my little phone and I start recording. Yeah, this is what I do. I put on a motivation video. I think I might say I was listening to motivation video before I logged in. It's this one right here. That's what I do. I was doing that. Oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh, all right. Don't worry about it. So I put on a motivational video and I'll be working. And I'll go, hold on, let me take 5 minutes real quick, make as many notes about this video I can. 5 minutes. I get like 8 bulletin points. Y'all ready? My bulletin points, huh? Then I go to ChatGPT. Yep. You missed it. I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, take the energy of what I have. Give me 25 more that don't repeat this list. Now I got 25 plus 8.
33.
Yep. Now I got 33. Y'all ready for this? I got 33. They all in that same energy to whatever motivation I wrote down. Now I got 33. And I say, all right, I need 3 talking points in between each of these points right here. Now I got 33 with 3 talking points inside of them. And then I start recording. That's all I need. It's my points. I start recording. Watch this here. I start recording. I got the points and I got the bulletin points and I start recording. Y'all ready for this? I'm giving you my secrets. Okay, go ahead, Tracy.
When you say you start recording, are you doing video recording or are you just doing like audio recording on those particular points?
Both.
Okay.
Yes. It's a great question. The reason I'm doing both, because sometimes I don't feel like sitting in place. Y'all ever knew you had to do a video, but since you know you have to do a video, that's the real reason why you don't do the video, because you know you have to do it. This is why it's both for me. Like my sabotager is so strong and so effective. If I make a plan, my sabotager be like, shit, okay, bet we won't do that plan today. Bet we won't. My sabotage are real. Yeah, people think I don't have a sabotage. No, I overcome my sabotage with randomness. Fine, when we ain't fit to record, we're gonna record right here. Then I put my phone like this here. I'm telling you, I'm absolutely, I'm dead serious. I'm so serious. And I get up and I walk. I'll go to the mailbox. If I start getting sleepy, I go to the mailbox. It's hot as hell outside in Texas, and I'll start recording on the way to the mailbox. Yeah, but I'm on my way to check my mail. Some of this stuff y'all never see. I don't even need you to see it. Because I'm going to tell you what I do with it. I'm going to check my mail. I just think about it. You know what? Money should come more than mail.
Watch yourself. Money should come in the mail, okay?
It should come in the mail and it should come more than bills. It should come more than mail. This is what I do. All right. Now watch this here. I got 33 points with 3 points in them. That's now 99. Yes, Grace?
Yes.
So I got 99 things to talk about. I ain't worried about writing. I ain't worried about no blogs. What I'm doing is I go talk about these 99 things one at a time, Deanna. I take the 1 point and I talk about it. And you know what I do? I record it and I don't tell nobody. I told Deanna the other day, so mid-journey to you is as important as descript is to me. Would y'all like to see what I do? I'm finna open up the script right now. And if y'all don't cash at me your blessings, you are just wrong. And I'm doing this for free. You can just you can buy me some beer today. I don't even drink. Well, I drink beer when I travel. I don't drink beer, but I love to sample culture beers. That's just a great thing I like to do. So right here. Here is my descript. The gravity of choices. That's my meditation. I did this. Grace, it's mine. This is me transcribed. So you know what I do? what I do is for my videos now, I just come over here, I go publish, I go to export, and I get the subtitles. So if you look on YouTube, it's got subtitles. That's what I do. But not just that. That's right. That's what I said. I don't care if I go broke, Deanna. We paying for the script. Remember I tell you that? This is why. This is why. Now watch this here. Tracy, I know every 15 minutes I could put in ChatGPT. I'm gonna do it right in front of y'all. Y'all ready? I'm gonna do it right in front of you. Scrolling down, I'm gonna go right here to actually this little 17 minutes. This might do all of it. We're gonna see. Stop the screen. Go to ChatGPT real quick. Share my little screen. Please give me key points for everything here. It's the same meditation, girl. Look. Gravity and choices of meditation. Massiness doing nature. Got 3 and 1. 9. 9 and another. Resistance of inertia. Now I already got the script. Gravity's pull. See, I already got the script. But it come out of me differently, Tracy, because I don't speak word for word. I use bulletin points. So now this is different. But watch this here. I got 2 options now. Option number 1. Well, I'll show you. I'll just show you right now. I'm going to stop my screen. Watch this here. Go to Facebook. Go to my page. Go live. The first point here was the difference between free will and choice. I'm currently right in front of y'all right now. While on Zoom, I'm going to switch to my webcam real quick so it can pick me up. Difference between free will and choice. Now watch this here. I'm going to share my screen again just so y'all can see it. Go back, share my screen, ChatGPT, bam. Please give me a social media caption with emojis based on the information below. Based on the information below, and let's create a strong call to action for people to go to the website I provide to meet me in conference. Bam, there's the information below, just these 3 things, gravity of choice, and these 3 points right here. Once just here, go get my little website link, Grace. You're trying to bother nobody, just trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? Move this menu, WonderCon right here. There's my website. Bam, bam. Now, watch this here. Look. Strong media caption. I could have said, give it to me in the voice of Gabriel. I could say, give it to me in the voice. You know what? I'm going to change it up just because now. Just because. Right here. Boom. I keep it because I don't feel like typing. Bam. So let it go now. It's loading for me. Right here, look. Discover these deep dive. I'm getting this cold caption. There's the link. Bam, bam, bam. Copy and paste. I'm going to stop this screen, take it to another screen. Which one is it? Where is Google Chrome? I think this is Google Chrome. Yep. Bam. Hide this. Y'all can see my live video, huh?
Yep.
Bam. And my live video. Save. Save. There we go.
On average, how long does it take you to do everything you just did?
If I wasn't talking, I already be done. Yeah, so 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes tops. If I wasn't talking, I already be done. And now, as a matter of fact, I know I want to cross post to Assembly of Wonders just because I feel like doing it, I guess. I know it's going to go on my page. There it is. So it's going to go in the group right here. Here it is. And no sense of me playing. Let's roll. Can y'all see that? I'm live. My video starting. All right. What's up, everybody? I'm doing 2 things here. I want to come to you about gravity and the choices that you make. I want to do that for sure. But there is something I want to talk about specifically that I hope is a blessing to you. And it's 3 things: the difference between free will and choice, how the universe responds to the emotions behind choice, and presence and mindfulness emphasized through breath and touch. So just real quickly, maybe we can make this a 90-second video. Maybe we can make it longer. We'll see. I've got a crowd in front of me, but I just want to come to you and let you know that all your choices genuinely have gravity. That means every time you make a choice, when you make it with emotions, you are pulling like a gravitational field things towards you. Now, don't confuse choice and free will, because most people think that free will is like the choice to choose. That's irrelevant. Free will is the universe folding like water to your choices. You're activating your ancestors. You're activating God power based on the emotional decisions you make. So when you feel like you're having a bad day, that choice to have a bad day is not the free will. It's the feeling attached to that choice that then allows for you to, have a very bad day. And what does the universe do? It folds on you and activates that free will so you can have a bad day. And that's the 3 points that fast. The universe responds to your emotional choices. And if you ever feel yourself getting out of whack, just stop, pause, breathe just for a moment, because it's impossible to have a good thing come from a tense place. And lastly, I would say to you that if you believe in some sort of higher power, there are no mistakes. If you go left, God will be with you. If you go right, God will be with you. Go to jail, God will be with you. Go to $1 billion, God will be with you. Your choice creates gravity. Lastly, the gravity of others' choices creates gravity as well. So be careful who you have in front of your life causing gravity in your life. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better, you can dominate. I'm done now. And I still ain't gave my secrets away. That's just part of it. Can I keep going? Okay, go ahead.
Tracy got a question.
Tracy, time out. Go ahead. I'm just
Because I'm hearing, I'm understanding. I know that I'm trapped in slavery right now. And in order to get out of slavery, I have to, like you said at first, we need to, instead of making money, generate it. Attempting to get to that point. Now, I'm just giving my schedule.
Yeah, I understand.
You said that would take about a couple of minutes for you to do that. I would say it would probably take me at least 30 minutes to do what you just did. And then getting rid of the sabotager to actually get on the video and do the video would take probably another 30 minutes. So that's an hour. But my day, and first thing you said, I'm going to start getting back up earlier. That's one thing, not sleeping in, get up and get started. But if I'm going from, let's say, 7 a.m. until like, a lot of times y'all see me still at the school on the call because I don't want to bring work home anymore with me. I don't want to bring home the grading. I don't want to bring home lesson plans, because that's what a lot of teachers do that, and you work at home. And I told myself this year, when I come home, I'm leaving school at school and I'm working on me and my generating my wealth. However, that doesn't get me home to a lot of times 7. So from 7 to 7, I'm pretty much school. And then from 7 to midnight, I am really trying to do all the rest of it. So a good 5 hours. But but then I'm tired, and I know other people, work and stuff like that. So how do we just maximize that 5 hours? Because I'm hearing what you're saying and all the things that you've done. And when I was, when I wasn't that 12 hours, I was maximizing getting a lot of stuff done. But with just pretty much 5 hours of the day, what can I do to keep going?
Again, I got you. I
Tracy,
do
you're
it
not
for you.
wrong. You're singing my song.
Okay, so we got a duet going on. Let me address a few things, and I'll show you exactly what I would do if I was you. If it's going to take you 30 minutes to do what I just did in 3, and if it's going to take you 30 minutes to get rid of your sabotager, that's an hour. And then if it's going to take you 30 minutes again after that to get your hair right and your wig straight and your mustache black, and I'm talking about boys and girls, your beard black, we got to dye. You can't have this gray right here. I'm 70 years old with no gray in my beard, stuff like that, right? You got to do all that stuff. That's a 90 minutes now, but 90 minutes to do something great is still better than not doing it at all. We just gonna have to accept that. The problem is your expectations. I'm going to talk bad about Antonio. I graduated with my bachelor's in 3 years. 3 years flat, like genuinely 3 semesters, like 3 years. That's good, right, Jerome? I was pissed off. I said I was going to talk bad about Antonio because I had a goal to graduate in 2.5 years. So I was doing 19 hours a semester.
Motivated. Oh, so you was behind.
You see that trash, Jerome? I'm behind, but I still did it in 3 years. But I'm behind. No, I'm ahead a year. And I graduated. But I had to have Tempest check me. But you know what? I am being ungrateful, Tempest. You are absolutely correct. I'm supposed to do 2.5. You know why I had to do what I had to do, and I'm so glad I did it. But I forgot. I didn't know, Tracy. I was supposed to apply for graduation the semester before. I didn't do that. So I couldn't graduate because you got to have it in. I didn't know that. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me. Like, no. You got to graduate in advance. I mean, you got to apply in advance.
But Antonio, they weren't supposed to tell you because you weren't supposed to normally graduate until after the next year.
Exactly.
So they had plenty of time to tell you that.
Exactly. If you can understand what I'm saying, this is what Tracy and you would be doing. You got in your head 90 minutes is too long. No, it ain't. We go from 2.5 years to 3 years. That's our expectations messing up. Because by the time we see the video, I'm like, oh my God, this was amazing. Thank you so much, Tracy. We don't know that internal battle. Your customers don't know that. It's on time. It didn't take too long. I prayed for this video. But we something else. Now, if you are like the duet, Adonia and Tracy, okay, if you're like what we're gonna name this group, Pretty and Chocolate, Dressed Well, because they fly, put together. Mm-hmm.
The dynamic duo.
Yeah, we fine. Stay over there. Something like that. Anyway, they got something right there. So one of them groups. That's the group name. This is what I would do. Gab. So this is what I would do.
Grown and paid.
Grown and paid. I know that's right. Now watch this here. If I was Tracy or Adonia, I'm going to show you the exact steps what I would do. But I need you to respect 2 things I'm going to say. 1, you need to kill your ego. 2, it's a tool. That's all. 1, kill your ego. What do I mean by killing your ego? Your imposter syndrome is going to flare up at this suggestion. Tell your imposter syndrome, thank you so much. Sit your little booty down. Trust me on this. Because once it's yours, it's yours. Can I get a witness? Once it's yours, it's yours. Once it's yours, it's yours. Is this okay? Number one, crucify your ego before it crucifies you. Amen. Okay. Number two, it's just a tool. So if I'm Tracy, if I'm Adonia and I don't have no time, Antonio, what would you do if you was me? I am so glad you asked that, Jerome. Thank you so much. The first thing I would do is I would go to youtube.com. This is going to be so good, Grace, that they ain't going to let me teach after this. youtube.com. If I don't have no time, and I seen this song, and the truth is, the fairness is, they don't have time. Tracy does not have time. Adonia does not have time. I'm not knocking that you don't have time. You're not using the right tools since you don't have time. I'm about to give you the right tools. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go in the search bar. Step one, go to YouTube, Grace. The title is, if you don't have time to make content, do this. Antonio's Guide for Busy People. Antonio's Content Guide for Busy People. Call it that, Grace. Now watch this here. Motivational video. That's all I'm going to type in. I'm looking for videos 17 minutes or less. Actually, I'll take all of them, to be honest with you. I'm looking for any video that fits my brand. Is this okay? Prove everyone wrong. Y'all see it? Now, in my particular case, I have an app on my phone, on my computer, called 4K Video Downloader. The website is 4kvideodownload.com.
You said look for videos that are 17 minutes or less, right?
All of them. Do all of them. It's irrelevant now.
Okay.
Yeah, do all of them. Here's the website right here, Grace. I have this on my phone. On my phone. On my computer. It only costs like, I don't know. Lifetime license is like $40. Personal use, 1 year access. Personal use permanent, $25. I'm wrong, Grace. It's just $25. $25 too. This now I ain't gotta worry about no viruses now. Because you can go put into your YouTube, you can put in your search bar, YouTube to MP4 and get these sites. But if you want to make your computer sick, that's up to you. As for me and my computer, we're gonna spend $25. You understand? Okay, we're gonna spend $25, Grace. I don't know about y'all. I know what we're gonna do. I literally have this right now. In fact, I will show it to you. I have it right now. I use it. I don't know how many times I use it a day, but I use it. I was downloading music yesterday, obviously, but I use it. Y'all see it? 4K downloader. I use it. I have the professional license, so I have the $45 one. I have the $45 one. See, it says professional license. I gave it to Deanna. She barely used it. Oh, baby. She's going to use it now, though, because she keeping up with me. She keeping up with me. And so y'all see that. Now, watch this here. Watch this here. Don't multitask. I wouldn't multitask, but y'all grown. So now what I'm going to do now, Tracy, hide this little menu. There we go. Hide the menu. I'm going to come now. Nope. Right. Nope. Don't need this. Don't need this. Let me go back to YouTube. So what I'm going to do now is I'm copying and pasting this link, Tracy. Then I'm going to go back to my 4K downloader. Watch how easy this is. See this list says paste link? I just click it. Now I'm going to sit back with my muscles. It's parsing the video. And then it, on its own, is going to rip this video for me. Just like that. And I like that energy. Okay? It will be moving faster, but Zoom is a resource hog. So let me stop Zoom so it can go faster. And then now this video is going to be downloading for me. Everybody got that? And we're going to pretend that the video has already downloaded. Then I'm going to go to the script. So I'm opening up the script now. And then I have, so here's a great motivational video that I downloaded and transcribed already.
Tell me again what 4K downloader does. So when you go and copy and paste the link in there,
it lets you download YouTube videos.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Lets you download YouTube videos, even movies too, if that's what you like. So now, watch this here, Tracy. I'm going to take the first 15 minutes. Remember, 15 minutes. I got this down. I know it's about 2,000 characters, 15 minutes. Now what I'm going to do, I transcribed it. Did y'all see that was happening next? I transcribed somebody else's video. I have no time, and for right now, this has taken me a total of 3 minutes. Find the video. Did I care about any video? No, I looked at the title. Did I write it down word for word? No, Grace. I ripped it, had it transcribed. That's a total of 6 minutes. Now what I'm getting ready to do.
So you put the video in the script and it transcribed it for you?
Sure the hell does, Grace.
Okay, I was making sure. Okay, I didn't know if you clicked transcribe on YouTube and got the words and put it in the script. Okay.
Watch this, Grace. Please give me every key point for the keynote below. Watch this here. Not even my keynote. But now, Tracy, once it becomes key points, it's mine. You can't copyright intentionality. Y'all not listening, man.
A question.
Yep.
When you what is it called that you're using? You said you put the link into the script. Did y'all put that in the chat?
Okay. Yes, I put the link in 4K video downloader first. And once it becomes an actual video, I put the video in the script. Grace, if you can put the script. There's other transcribing tools. I like the script. Cost me $30 a month. Is what it is. I'm going to spend $30 a month on Scotch. Might as well spend $30 a month on me. Now, check this out, Jerome. This cold. Tell me how this sound like this video, because it don't. I said, give me the key points. I used a very specific Grace. No, stop. Everybody stop. Grace, don't take no notes. Don't do nothing. Everybody stop and pay attention to this. I got 26-point keynote now. Intentionality, decisiveness, making decision is pivotal. I can make, watch. Now I got all 26 of these. Watch this here. Please give me a book outline based off the information below. Yeah, because it's my information now, ain't it, Jerome? This is my information, son. This is my information. 15 minutes, 26 points. Give me information. Give me a book outline for the information below, and give me 5 audacious book titles to match so I can choose from them. So not only do I got what's my keynote? It's 26 points. Now watch this here. Just watch it. Just watch it, Grace. Oh, okay. That's right. That's probably my VPN switching on you. That's all right. Hold on. We know how to refresh. They don't like when I have my VPN on. They switch every 5 minutes. Look, book outline, introduction, the definition of greatness and journey ahead. Chapter 1, intentionality. Chapter 2, Jerome ought to punch somebody.
Okay, sir. All right. I'm gonna put the Cash App in the chat.
Please do. Please put the Cash App in the chat, Grace. See, I ain't got time for no content. But see, once I ask for key points, that's mine now. Jerome, I know I'm saying something good. I know for sure. I know for sure that this is next level.
But we not that smart, damn it.
Look. Chapter 20. I have a 26 chapter book. Tracy D. Armstrong. Sup. That's why I said motivational, because this is right in her alley. Now watch this here. Ain't no sense in me struggling thinking, Grace. I'm not fit to struggle and think. Oh, no. I'm not fit to name this book. You gonna name this book. Forge Your Legend. From excuses to excellence.
I can't see nothing because you put 2 prompts in there that I don't have.
Oh, you sure right, Grace. I sure didn't do that. My bad. Yeah, you can't see or hear, huh? Your ears
Got
don't
it out.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, got you. Just simple. Please give me every one. Okay, right here. Please give me every one. That's the first prompt. And then the second one, I'm going to give you a third prompt too. Watch this here. I'm going to give you a third prompt. Here are the key points, blah, blah. And then please give me the book outline right here. Bam. And then watch this. You ready for a third one, Grace?
Please.
Because here's what I'm not going to do, Jerome. I'm not about to argue with myself. I'm going to just pick a title. Forge Your Legend. I like that. Rise to Destiny. Shattering Mediocrity. God dog it.
That's the one.
The Audacious Guide to Achieving Uncompromising Greatness. That's my damn book right there. I don't even need nothing else. That's my book right there, Grace. You hear me? That's my book. Watch this here. Watch this here. Book outline. So I'm pasting these together. Watch this here, y'all. Please give me 4 subtopics in each chapter to go along with my 2 for a total of 6 each chapter. Now, I ain't got to do all that thinking, Grace. Oh, I need to stretch this out. No, I don't. You do it. I'm busy. Okay, low failed. I'm just probably switched to England right now, Grace. I literally do have it set like that. Most of my browsing this month has been in London, England. Okay, come on, Trinace. Look at that, Grace.
Okay. So you said a lot, a whole lot. So my thought process was, because, we were texting a conversation like this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know whether I be in your brain or whether you pick it up, but so this is my thought process. I thought about how you blog, you do your blogging, and then you do your videos. How many videos? How many do you do? How many of those recordings do you actually do per week? Because you didn't one time you say, how many do you do a year?
Yep. I've Grace, I just gave you the number. I'm trying to do what we just did it. It was 6 times
1460.
1460. I'm trying to do 1,460 motivational quotes per year, and then videos per year. Excuse me. In the next 4 weeks, I'm going to, this is Antonio's plan, and so on, and so on, and so on. So yeah, let me do that. This is Antonio's plan, right? So I got about 6 chapters. Y'all see it? And all I got to do is highlight each 6 chapters and ask for 6 points. Y'all get it? Ask for 6 points. Y'all see it? That's what I'm doing. This is Antonio's plan. I'm doing 1,460. Why, Tracy? Why, Trinace? Because I want to post 4 times a day in that category for the next 2 years. I was on the phone with Grace. I was on the phone with Deanna. I was driving back from Dallas from the golf tournament. And I said, Deanna, this is what I'm doing. You competing with me. This is what I'm doing. Grace and I have she's helping me post my quotes, and I'm getting to 1,460. And by the next 2 weeks, I will have scheduled 4 posts a day for the next 2 years of inspirational quotes by me, no links, no nothing. That means in 2 weeks, I'll be 2 years ahead. Then guess what I'm doing? Guess what I'm doing, Trinace? Same with pictures. Same with links. Same with videos. Now, in my case, I'm doing new videos, plus I got 20,000 hours of old videos I haven't even released yet. So I already got the videos done. So somewhere around November, I would be completely done with post for the next 2 years.
So I need to quit my job to catch up.
Let's say that's a good, so the answer to that question is yes, but I designed it that way. Let's say me and you had the same job, work the same hours. I would still outlap you because I do it intentionally. Remember, Jerome, years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, I told everybody how I intentionally do 20 hours of work a day. So by the time it's March, I already did a year. You're just in March. I'm in December already. This is how, yeah, please look at this. And y'all are absolutely sleeping on WonderCon, that you a grown person, do what you do. Absolutely do what you do. But you should be going here every day. You should already have your seats reserved. If you don't bother me because you ain't really my audience. It's all good. First off, there's the WonderCon logo. Ain't nobody playing no games. Look at it, Deanna. You don't even know nothing about that. Ain't nobody playing no games. That's that. Secondly, I am so far freaking ahead, Jerome. WonderCon is 197 days, 23 hours, 12 minutes, and 19 seconds and counting away. And every single day is the agenda posted. No. Look, pay very close attention. Look, day 2. Deanna Shine's day 2. Opening remarks by Law Lohope. Deanna's doing the keynote, cultivating your inner vibrations. Here is her keynote. Any speaker on here, you got to give me your stuff now. I'm
Tracy,
finished with.
Tracy said, "Go ahead. You need to go ahead and add her to that list of speakers."
No doubt. Look here, keynote by Deanna Marie. Experience. I'll call you a little bit, Tracy, because I actually had you on my list. Keynote by Deanna Marie again. Experience and growth through contrast. Nobody's done this many keynotes. Keynote again. Jerome. Not just that. Look. Keynote by Sister Keyshonda. Keynote by Sheena Curley. Like, ain't nobody playing, man. What we doing day 4, Antonio? Hey, okay. Let's find out what we're doing day 4. It's here. This conference is 197 days away, but I got every hour methodically, meticulously dotted and jotted down. Of course, I'm going to run laps around you because I do it intentionally. So you say, well, so I had to quit my job to do a conference like that. No, because even if you did, you're not going to be 197 days ahead in detail.
So this is my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
This is my personal thought process because I operated like this at one time.
Okay.
And because I had no structure, I didn't know what to do. I was figuring things out on my own. It was a lot of energy getting up, going to work, and then spending the next 6 hours when I got home from work doing this and not really moving anywhere. So I'm not saying that I can't do it. I'm saying because I've done it before and didn't have the know-how. At this point, now I have the know-how.
Right.
Now I got to structure the know-how.
Understood.
Staying up ain't nothing. Now I may be grumpy when I get to work the next day, but it'll be worth it because I got to have my sleep.
Right.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Now right now you just showing off. You know that, right?
Tracy,
Because what you did was you took us from A, took us to Z, and then you just moved on to the damn WandaCon. And I say, this mofo I just saw cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You started with the YouTube, and then you broke the. I say, wait a minute, the book is done.
So that's crazy because when I text Antonio last night, I'm clearing out all of my YouTube except for content that was intentional. Intentional content I keep. Random content I don't, because that's random. If it was something that somebody saw and they commented or liked, I'm keeping that. That other shit, no, it's not serving any purpose. So that's what I'm doing this weekend, spending the time doing that. And then, after this event, I got to have a plan of my next steps. I got to have a plan.
So
I do not like getting up at 5:45 in the morning. I told you what 5:45 is for.
This is what I'm doing. My last meeting for speakers is Tuesday afternoon with Serena Brown and company. It's my last for speakers. I'm not anybody else will, and I already had Tracy on my list because I had already promised Tracy when I go back on tour, you would be there. So I already had Tracy on my list. Well, Tracy, we'll talk after this call, but you need to be thinking about your keynote. And I got an easy way to do it. Deanna, tell them how I'm getting y'all information.
So what he does is he asks you, what is it you want to talk about? And you just tell him key points. You don't tell him no titles. You don't tell him like, well, you know what? I want to talk about, helping the kids, because when you help the kids, you helping the next generation. When you helping the next generation, you're making sure that the next generation life is better and better. And he'll just pull from that. So you just free talk. He'll pull what he needs. He'll help you with the title. He'll help you with the outline, key point. He'll help you with all that.
Yeah. Here's your time. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm going right to Chat GPT, and I'm saying, okay, well, here's Tracy. There's everything you said. I already got my prompt together. Boom. Give us a keynote description from this joint here with these points in it. And because each thing you say is your point. That's your keynote. That's your point. That's your keynote. Everybody get me? That's your point. That's your keynote. Now we got to get a title. When I say, Tracy, which one of these titles you like? I like this one. Shit's done. Because I'm not about to let Tracy mess up my conference. This ain't personal. Why? Because Tuesday, by close of business, I'm done with speakers. Because now my only job now is to control internet traffic. My only job is to sell out this conference so fast that y'all feel bad you did not attend. It's totally personal.
Well, look here. I'm trying to become Antonia P. Smith.
Look, I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. But me and Tracy will be on. We're gonna be over the phone for like 10 minutes, or actually we'll set up Zoom so I can share my screen. Like 10 minutes. She gonna rant. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick you on this day, and it's gonna be that day. I'm gonna put her stuff there. She's gonna be on the website. 15 minutes. She's gonna be done. She's gonna be drinking coffee. It's over. It's 100% over. And it's not me being controlling. What it's me understanding is you don't take my wealth as seriously as I do. So I'm not about to let you give me your title 2 months from now because we got 197 days. No, I'm done with this.
Yes, I feel you.
I feel
you
me.
because
That's what you told that woman on the phone last
week. Calling, texting, and what the hell? You in or you out? You in or you out?
In or you out? And I don't have time for that. I do not have time for that. Is this clear? I don't. This is not personal. You can get away from me. I don't have time for that. I haven't just done this, Tracy. Look, y'all shouldn't even see this. This is for WonderCon. And I already got all the Google AdWords I'm going to use. Look, here's WonderCon 2024 is one I'm going to do, and this is going to be This is the keywords I'm going to use here. The primary keywords: personal growth, conference, mindset. This is Google Ads. And I've got 10 of them. Insights and principles. And I got them. Power of words, success principles seminars, long tail keywords, how to understand the power of words, mastering decision and action seminars. People are Googling this. I just come down. 4, master your brain power, brain training workshop, cognitive thought process, brain clarity, understanding the brain survival mechanism. I've already set up my Google Ads. I jumped on this call. I closed it up. I literally was setting up Facebook ads. That's what made me jump on the call exactly at 8, Grace, because I was creating a new audience called WonderCon on Facebook. I'm not leaving my success up to y'all. I'm just not going to do it. So you say, how you doing, Antonio? Because I'm aggressive. I am 100% focused on selling out this conference. I want 750 people there. There's going to be 600 online and 150 in person. And I don't care nothing about those numbers. It's because I want the next one to be 7,500. Because I want to say in 2025, oh my God, we went from 750 to 7,500. That's my focus. I am going to sell out this conference before December. And I've already started. If you look at my Facebook page, I showed you Sheena. Deanna's next. I'm showing you, oh, this person. I just booked Lifford Hobley, the president of the NFL alumni, the guy over everybody. His picture come out tomorrow or someday or something, whenever I feel like it. It's whenever I feel like it. He's going to be on the panel and he's doing a keynote, trying to figure out if he's staying for all 6 days or not. It's irrelevant. So now it's going to be NFL alumni staff, all that stuff, etc. Just did that yesterday. Tracy, you my second to last. Serena and whoever else is going to be there. And that's it. That's it. That is it. I don't need nobody else. I don't want nobody else. And if it is somebody else, they're going to be a billionaire, heavy hitter. So I'll see you over here, P. Diddy. Thank you, Sean Carter. Beyonce, you coming? Like this is where I'm at. And it's easy because when I say, oh, so when Adonia says, well, Antonio, what's WonderCon about? You don't have to ask. I got a whole note about it. It's right here. Here's every single topic in WonderCon. How do I know that? Because I know that. So Tracy says, well, I don't know, Antonio. Tell me what's happening soon. Well, Tracy, I got events and I got new events. Which one you want? I could tell you that the next conference is September 27th. Y'all don't know about it because I ain't told you. It's free. I can also tell you I got to move these dates. Here's 3 more coming behind it. And then here's a bunch of other things. All these are coming. All these are different conferences. 2024, all these are different conferences. And then I got all these coming. If I just scroll down here, just know there's a $12,757 a ticket 12-day conference coming. It's right here. You see it, Jerome? It's right there. The general ticket is $7,214.
Mm-hmm.
The VIP
cha-ching.
$12,757. I'm not just a head. I'm going to always lap you because I don't get distracted. Now, Deanna said, I'm going to catch up. I'm going to help you catch up. I'm going to give you the game.
Deanna ain't scared of you. Deanna ain't scared of you.
Not at all. But not just her. Tracy, I'm going to put you, you're going to speak at the conference. I'm going to put you on. I'm going to put you on. I'm going to comp your ticket. You ain't got to pay. I'm going to put you on. What you do with that, well, that's on you. But I will tell you this, and Trinace, I hope you hear this. Every speaker got a speaker contract. I told...
Watch yourself, sir.
I told Lifford the same thing. I'm like, listen, it's a speaker contract. This ain't personal. You're going to show up on time, and you're going to promote the event. These two things are in your contract. Now, I don't care if you promote just your keynote. Don't matter to me, but you're going to promote. I know that much. I know that much. And somebody was like, so I was talking to someone famous that's going to be there. And it was like, well, I was like, well, you got press junkets, don't you? Y'all know what press junkets are? When Sony tells you to do a movie, they expect you to use your Instagram to do interviews and make posts about that movie. Yeah. Same energy. Same energy. Yeah. Same energy. Hey,
Okay.
Sean, give me like 15 minutes. I'll call you back. All right.
I get it
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
I get it now. I get it now.
I told you I wouldn't play with you, Grace. I
Yeah.
just,
I get it now. Okay.
I wouldn't play.
A quick question. I know we're wrapping up, but like you just showed us all the things that you have planned out for like years, like months and years.
Mhm.
Like just real quick in your brain, just to
Mhm.
get into your brain, like are you using, I know you use ChatGPT as a resource, but like, how are you thinking about this so that you are, because like Janae said, after the event, this next event, then she'll start thinking about the next event. I mean, the next, and I'm thinking to myself, no, I actually got to be preparing before, because I'm speaking at her event. I'm like, I need to be thinking about what I'm going to do after the event, before that event, because when I get to that event, I should be promoting whatever I have coming up next. So I'm just wondering, I'm like, okay, do you sit down and do you just think like, what are all my goals that I'm trying to hit? What do I want to do? What are my desires? And then you just start like putting that all out and then like getting a list and then going back.
No, sometimes like that's like 2% of the time. Your question is so good. This is worth going over time. I'm drawing inspiration from people doing like $100 million conferences. In my particular case, when I pull this conference off, the profit, since I own everything, would be somewhere around $1.3 million. Ain't no sense in me lying to y'all. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I like money. You understand? Ain't no sense in me telling you. I'm not offended. I'm trying to actually be done by November 17th. It cost me $15,000 just to try to get my dad's sentence reduced. So I got to make money. I just got the lawyer paperwork yesterday. $15,000. I got to eat. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. So what I do, I did something yesterday. It's in my phone. I'm going to show you in my phone. I have a bunch of pictures in my phone, which I don't even use this phone for pictures and stuff. But I got a bunch of pictures in my phone. And you can't see it. You ain't going to be able to see it. But right here is some weird pictures. That's okay. I'm going to show you big time on the screen. So what I did yesterday is there's these guys called RD, Real Dreams Come True, RDC World. I love the guys. They young guys. They just do awesome. DreamCon Convention. Y'all see it? DreamCon Convention. This is the largest anime convention and cosplay convention in America, probably the world, but definitely in America. And it's Black owned by these dudes right here. This guy and the other co-founder, but this is RDC World right here. They're a bunch of friends who came up together. DreamCon is huge. Huge. I think it was, it's huge. It's look at the production, for God's sake. Look. This was last week. Hold on. Let me share with sound.
Wow.
This was last week. Sponsored by big gaming companies now. Basketball courts in this joint. Celebrity. This is insane.
RDC World, what's up?
Ain't none of them 30. None of them 30.
Y'all
Look
look
how
good.
big that is, right?
Welcome to the very first.
So now what I'm trying to do, so what I did yesterday, as I said, I busted Deanna. They got me messed up. And I took every picture. I took a screenshot of this. Don't even know why. I did it anyway. Took a screenshot of this. I took a screenshot of this. Sure the hell did. Took a screenshot of this. And every last one of these pictures. I took a screenshot of the anime cookout.
That's pickup. Yes.
Okay. I took a screenshot of the app. Well, I need a WandaCon app, don't I? They got me messed up. I took a screenshot of the grand prize giveaway. Look, watch this here. I took a screenshot of how they announced their sponsors. We're proud to announce blah, blah, blah. Sure the hell did. Sure did. 5th anniversary project. Oh, this one. I love this one. I thought this was too cool. Because I was just talking about yesterday how I'm going to have NBA-like commentators. Huh, Grace? Remember that?
Mm-hmm. You sure did.
Uh-huh. Commentators. Okay, this is how we announce commentators. I'm in the right energy. We announcing commentators. I'm announcing commentators. Now, if you leave me behind, say less.
Let me tell you something. If you get Snoop as a commentator, oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Now watch this here.
Snoop
after
and
party.
Kevin Hart.
Up until last night, WandaCon ain't had no after party. We show the hell do now. Got me messed up. Not to do me like that. Look, I took a picture of every single thing that they did. Next ticket drop. I'm genuinely going to sell this out so much just so I can say we sold out. Maybe next ticket drop will be this here. Like, I'm not playing. I took a picture of every single thing here, Tracy. Tracy's asking, in your brain, how is you doing? This is how I'm doing it. I'm not competing with y'all. I'm competing with folk who conference.
They even
got dudes backflipping. I'm trying to be in a Toyota Center.
They got Make-A-Wish fulfillments. If you scroll down, there was a kid Make-A-Wish.
See what I'm saying?
Did his wish to be a part to visit a dream, to have go to a dream con.
These cats 27 years old.
Scrolling, it's in there.
It's in there. See, these cats 27 years old. 27 years old. And this is how it started. See, y'all don't want to put in the work. This is how it started. This was their first one. You can see it growing. You can just see the graphics stays on point, but you can just see it. Watch, look. Let me keep going now. It ain't that long. But look, just the mere fact, this is awesome in itself. This is what it's gonna look like WandaCon for right now. Watch. Keep going. Look. That's a very different picture, ain't it?
You know, DreamCon, first day, RDC World 1. It's going to be a live day. I really hope y'all can make it out to DreamCon. For all the people who made it out to DreamCon, I just want to thank you. Because wait, this is going on our channel afterwards, right?
Up to Afghan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, I mute that. That's them. This is 2019. That's a guy who started it with not RDC, but the DreamCon. These two together. In Waco. Oh, that's not him. That's not him. He just looks like him. That's how it started. Look, Grace, that's a bunch of black curtains in front of some stuff. Man, ain't nobody playing. So when you ask,
that's pipe
what you thinking
in 6-foot tables.
Yeah. You said, what you thinking, Tony? I'm thinking Tony Robbins got me messed up. So when you go, man, that was a great idea. Well, it was. Wouldn't mind, but it was. It was a great idea. Just wouldn't mind. I just figured out how to take this brilliant thing over there and make it to my black face. What's that? What's today? Friday? And this is a great day. This is a great day to give you this info and go over time a little bit. This is about, okay, if Tracy run next to me and she beat me, I beat you. Yeah. But if you run next to Noah Lyles or Sha'Carri Richardson, like, you beat me all day. You're not getting better. You got to run next to Olympic sprinters to get better. I'm doing my companies after Olympic sprinters, just in business. As soon as people, I had a millionaire and a six-figure dude. They both said the same thing. That's like, yo, WonderCon page looks incredible. I know it does. Because I didn't come here to play. And then The NFL was like, man, you charge that much? Yeah, I charge more than y'all for y'all events. I do. Of course I do. And people pay it. Go ahead, Deanna.
Okay. So I have privy to some back office information.
Mm-hmm.
And in building WonderCon, maybe this is a question for Monday or Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday, I don't know. But there's some stuff that you did, like so like key insights and principles, overcoming challenges, acceptance, like what is that?
No,
And like
okay.
there's like one that says the 6 human needs. So are those themes of the conference, or are these like points on
Points.
audience, like your audiences?
Oh, okay. I'll show you that too. So there are themes and points, but I'll show you even more though. So the themes and points. What I did was I took Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny. I'll tell you what I did. Like, I don't mind telling you what I did. I took Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny, and I bought into it, and I bought somebody notes, and I looked at all 5 days of Date with Destiny, and I said, okay, this is dope. I need to figure out how to do my own Date with Destiny. That's his highest one. That's why it was 5 days, was going to be in 6 days. I wanted the 6 days for VIP. I need to figure out how to do Date with Destiny, but I need to figure it out in my own way, because my closest comparable comparison would be Tony Robbins. It can't be, I mean, it could be plenty, but we're both abrasive knife guys. That's my comp. Then I took Grant Cardone's 10X. And I said, okay, I like that too. I like that too. And then I was ready. Okay. So those, I was like, okay, so I could do both of those. And then I'm looking at Earn Your Leisure. And then it wasn't until Kev on Stage bought his studio that made me move forward with WonderCon. Because I've been in WonderCon for like 3 years. But when Kev on Stage bought his own studio, I said to myself, you know what? That's what I'm talking about. So what I did was I took all those notes, and without ChatGPT, I went rewriting everything. That's why you got all those points, Deanna. Because it's all those notes. I don't know. She look like she's frozen. Is she frozen? Or am I frozen?
She's frozen.
Okay. Here we got all those points. Hopefully she can get the answer. Now check this out, Grace. Not only did I do that, I need you to receive this so much so far to where it's just insane how much this works. I didn't just do that, Grace. So here's some stuff I'm going to do. Here's the WonderCon description, blah, blah, blah. And then here's the menu, blah, blah, blah. Here's the about, blah, blah, blah. Here's some social stuff I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. Here's my Google AdWords. Here's the things I'm going to do. I have it so marked down to how I want to get this done. This is my own agenda of what I'm going to do so I can make changes to the agenda. I have it so marked down, Grace, to how I want to get it done that I'm so far ahead of everybody, because I'm not thinking, Tracy, and this is right for you, about WonderCon. I'm thinking about selling out Madison Square Garden in 24 minutes. So I want to sell out Madison Square Garden in 24 minutes from Law of Attraction. And everything I'm doing is on that level now. The only people who are going to feel bad for not taking me seriously is going to be y'all. It ain't going to be me. Go ahead, Dion.
I missed all of that because the internet decided it.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I was making sure. I'm sorry. I'll repeat. So basically, all those points I took from Tony Robbins and I took from Grant Cardone. Like, I was in my Grant Cardone stuff. You pay for access. I don't know why you pay for access. Okay. I'll show you. You
With
pay
that
for
being
access.
said, I sent something to you online app.
Okay. Well, watch this here, y'all. This is my main account. This is everything I bought from Grant Cardone. Money and training and finance, wealth formation, 10x18, 10x19, all this stuff. I got all this stuff. I paid money for this stuff, Grace.
So that's
I
all
pay,
of his 10X conferences.
man, not just that, man. Yeah, that's not all of them. I haven't bought all of them. And then let me like I have a whole watch. Just y'all. I'm not even Grace. It ain't about learning at this point no more for me. I need to be in this energy. They got me messed up. Do you understand?
Yeah, you looking to see you looking to see what's been done. So so basically you Michael Jordan making up stuff about other people in your head. Like they're gonna be messed up. Yeah.
I took it personally, Grace. You know what I'm saying? I'm logging in right now to Billie Jean real quick. I took it personally, Grace. Like I'm dead serious. I took it personally.
What else I picked up on was you're not focusing on what the conference looks like now. You're focusing on what the conference looks like 2 years from now. Selling out Madison Square Garden in 24 minutes. Like you're not focused on WonderCon. You're not focused on WonderCon 2024. You're focused on WonderCon 2034.
That's right.
And I'm just giving 10 years, but knowing you,
no,
I know it's less than 10 years, but I'm just saying.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not only you're absolutely right. I got all of Billie Jean's library. Every single thing. I got all of ClickFunnels. I got all the Russell Brunson's library, all of it. Yeah, I can't get y'all to pay $17. I'm paying thousands of dollars because the goal here is simple, Janice. I need this energy. I need to see who's doing things on these $100 million levels. And I need to catch this energy and do that too. So when you go, man, that's a nice piece of equipment you got there. Yeah, I saw it in the back of Grant Cardone background. I need that. Oh, I saw this. I need that too. So you go, well, I can't produce content. Well, the first time I figured out that a lot of people like Tracy, who got a lot of money and they big brands, they don't write their own books. I'm actually one of the only people that write his own books. Well, I don't mean as a diss. I'm just saying I actually write my own books. You think my master's degree getting beat in the face for learning how to write to do that. These people hire somebody like me and start talking. And we organize a book and then they come back and here's your book. Tracy, you can genuinely take 10 of your videos right now, transcribe them, like from just Facebook, get an outline and have a 10-volume series on something. Now, whether you sell it or not is up to you. But you can show enough have this lead magnets on your website. Take 10 videos that all have the same theme. That's a 10-part series. That's a 10-volume book. That's a 10-volume audio thing. But I don't know. It's up to you. The possibilities are limitless. The possibilities are limitless. They're absolutely limitless. But I know it works for sure. I know it does. I know 100% it does. I know it does. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's not that people always, y'all not doing this, but I'm going to say it though, okay? You're not doing this, but I am going to say it. Is that okay? All right. So you're not doing this, but people always use me as an excuse not to be great. Oh man, well, I don't have a team. I didn't have a team for 14 years.
No, I did that.
Yeah, but I can't. So I got a job though. I can't. I ain't got no job. So if I don't eat, I don't live. It's 100%. Look. This is Billie Jean right here. Look at this. Look at this. I got all these. This is my library. Look, you want to go to page 3? This is mine. Jerome, they're mine. This is mine. This is mine. I don't care if it's old or not. I'm going to need this energy, Tracy. I need this energy. And I'm telling you, the universe rewards those who are willing to pay for access. I'm gonna wrap this up. There are people who get mad at me for whatever reason. It's okay. They grown. They don't do half of what I do and then want me to do more than what they do for themselves. I can't do nothing about that. But I can tell you for sure, Tracy, you can write you 10 keynotes today and have them 10 key, and all you gotta do is just motivational video, key points. That's 10 of them. That's 10 books. That's 26 talking points. And that's 26 talking points, 26 videos. And all you gotta do, now this is where the rubber meets the road. All you gotta do is start talking about point number 1. Look at your videos. Talk about 2. Look at your videos. Talk about 3. Boom, explosion. Okay, so y'all like that one. Y'all like that one. I hear you. Remember number 3. Do number 4. Do number 5. Trinace was on here. There she goes. She's still right there. Say she was going to delete her videos. I ain't deleting nothing. You going to catch all this growth. You hear me? If you go, one of the most telling things, one of the realest things that I have, how many of you know I am not a quitter? Let me see if y'all, like, I just don't, I refuse to quit. I just don't. It just, nasty. If you want to see how much I have abandoned projects, go to my YouTube and look at my playlist. This is the most telling thing about me. It is incredible. How do I, oh, that's in the way. When you look at my playlist, you will see all the good ideas that I had that I stopped, Jerome. I stopped because Deanna wouldn't work, Tempest wouldn't work, or this person did this. Their work ethic didn't match mine, Tracy. Or audience didn't like it. Look, watch. Look at this. 66 videos, makes the news, no problem. 15 is skits. I stopped because they ain't want to keep doing skits. That's all right then. I'll get it done. It's all right with me. I'll get it done. Let's Talk Tuesday. We did a bunch of those, but it had to stop because everybody decided to go get to Brandon and Cash Flow. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's Grace and Deanna. Deanna and Grace. Ain't got nothing to do with me, right? You get what I'm saying? Got nothing to do with that. Drinks and questions. This is a video game. The audience didn't like that. They wanted more business from me, so that's all good or whatever. Daily videos, still doing that. ATS Real Estate. You got bored and wanted to do something else. Building the next master speaker. It was just Vastine, so I didn't even finish putting it up there like that. LinkedIn only with ATS, didn't work out too well. Secret Success got a whole bunch of these, but I mean, the Law of Attraction got a whole bunch of these, but I just stopped uploading it. Rebuilding Dead Church, that was supposed to be limited. ATS Network. Dude named Dara Dillahunty messed that up. That's his real name. Ain't no sense in me lying about it. Here's Brick by Brick. That's a bunch of them here. Like, you can look. So Happy and Grateful Saga. We never really finished shooting the whole movie. Well, I think we just shoot it, but I never finished editing the whole movie, and then I lost the hard drive. Okay, this one I was running for president. Here's Plant Better Essential. Don't need to do that. There's something in here. Here is something with me and Reggie, but Reggie stopped showing up. And so there you go. There's just 2 of them. Here's Becoming a Dominant Speaker. Oh, well, y'all stopped. Well, they kept showing up. I just gave it to Phil and Susan. Here's Tempest Show. Here's, like, all these are abandoned projects. Look, I need you to pay attention. That this is a bunch. This is stuff here. Some of this is unlisted. Webinars. All right. Okay. Video testimonies. Okay. Overcoming low self-esteem. That's in there. Right. Blah, blah, blah.
Enough already. I got you.
His stuff for West Point, Grace. If I tell y'all that y'all have let me down every step of the way, and I just say, close that, do something else. This is insane. One of the greatest things that you could ever see from me is my playlist. And the playlist, that's why I ain't deleting nothing. You will catch all this growth. Back in, I don't even know what this is, Grace. This was me when I knew I was going to be a media company. I'm going to see, we're going to look at the date. 7 years ago, Grace. 10 years ago, I was doing media. 10 years ago, I was doing media. I went to a Massive Praise Dance, did a documercial about them 7 years ago. I was literally knowing that 7 years ago, I was going to start doing video for people because ain't nobody else. That's December 5th, 2016, Grace. Y'all didn't even know about me in 2016. Right here. DeMarie Show, 2 seasons. That's what it did. No problem. No problem. Win differently. I don't know. I can't remember if Melissa, something happened. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened. I wasn't in the mood to record. All right, so we stopped that too. I had a whole little graphic. Look, let me see. I had a whole little graphic made for it right here. I'll do it again. Here's a whole little graphic. All right, we only did 14 episodes. I ain't no sense about it. Move on, Jerome. We move on. You feel me? We move on. We move on. This is something for Les Brown. I wrote a book. Now what? I still don't even know what to do with this. It's good too. It's good. It's great. I have recorded this for it might still have Les Brown stuff on it. It might. Look, ATS dominate. Look at this crap, Grace. This is trash. I'm way better than this now, but that was the best of my ability.
You can plant better. You can dominate. Antonio.
Oh my God, I look like
Jr.
A penis with stubble.
There we go. All right, I forgot my name for a second. Yes, I want to talk to you right now about. I wrote a book. Now what?
Yeah. So it had Les Brown stuff, and it looked like I rebranded it without Les Brown. But I did it. This was genuinely for Les Brown. I wrote a book. Now what? That's never been nowhere. It was supposed to be back on that stuff right there. I cannot tell you. Make better choices. This is unlisted, so I'm pretty sure this is going to say Les Brown Institute because it's still unlisted. Nope. There you go. That's what this is. Like 100%. Y'all, for God's sake, all this suck. The whole process sucks. And you know what's not fair, Grace? None of it. And I'm too busy. But you know what I can do? Take these videos and the script. I wrote a book. Now what? Describe. You know, I might do that. I might. If y'all fool around and see, I wrote a book. Now what? Manuscript. And it's by Deanna Marie. Mind your business. Something happened in all this popping. I say, here, take this here. Go and use these prompts. Make it work. I still don't know what to do with that, Jerome. It's gonna have a use someday, because the word of God never turned void, huh? All things work together for them who love God, called to His purpose, huh, Janice? It's gonna come back up somehow. Look, give me 120 seconds, Grace. I don't know what Tracy's going through. I just know she's gonna get through it. We always do. We always do. Antonio, I'm too busy. Can you help me? Yeah. Take somebody else's keynote. Ask for key points. Those are now yours. Make a keynote out of the keynote. See, I didn't ask for a transcription. That's not what I asked for. I asked, can you take the uncopyrighted material? I just need key points. How are you going to stop Tracy when she got 10,000 things in front of her she needs to do? See, Tracy's problem is trying to figure out what to do. But if she got 10,000 things, you can't stop Tracy. So, crucify your ego, right? I said that. And then, oh, there it is again, Deanna. She says, apparently that's not Zoom. Apparently that's my computer doing that, is what Deanna said, because we was on FaceTime and I did this too, and it did it again, Grace. So apparently, yeah, it's my computer. We was on FaceTime. I don't know what I have on my computer that does that, but I have so much stuff on my computer.
I'm gonna need you to search.
I'm gonna let you search. Yes, I'm gonna let you search.
For it, you talking about going into the back office of a computer.
Yes.
But I'm gonna need that.
This is what I'm fit to do. Apparently, I got to call 2 people, maybe 3. They all owe me money. You know why? Because I don't want to talk to them. I'm trying to help you.
Wait a minute. So the people you don't want to talk to are the people that owe you money.
Got doggone right. You're going to pay me an inconvenience fee.
He don't want that vibration. He want the money. He's the one the vibration.
Well, since you interrupted me, since you interrupted me, when you're on the phone, I'm going to find a way to convert them. They're going to hear about WonderCon. They're going to hear about ATS leads. Don't want to do that? Then I'm saying, well, hold on. You want to take more than 2 minutes? I'm going to record this. And now it's a video. Tracy, this is how I do so much. Because if you fit to take my time, see, now I got to wait 45 minutes just to talk Tracy because I got 2 calls I got to make. I want to talk Tracy right after this. Now I got to wait 45 minutes. They stopping me from WonderCon. All right, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. So I guess Tracy need 2 people in the audience, huh? They owe me money. Every single thing I do is recorded. And if you hold me up, all right, no worries. Let's record it. And if I tell you, I could have 15 million things from Trinace right now. Trinace asked me so many questions.
Because I like answers. Stop it.
So I told her, look, I set her up yesterday. Grace, I set her up yesterday. I said, you're gonna face me next time. You're gonna FaceTime me. I ain't worried about no FaceTime. I'm gonna get ass on that Zoom next time though. I'm setting up for that.
I bet
Zoom.
you better be worried about one today, sir. I bet you better be worried.
Okay, so as long as you know, I'm setting up for that Zoom to go on, sit back. This I tell Janice all the time. Just call me in my drinking time, and you can say whatever you want. Just say whatever you want. Just say whatever you want. Ain't no water in this cup.
That's true, and I do.
That's it. I don't know what you do. I just know that it should be recorded, transcribed, and written into a blog. Now, for me, I have my own writing style that is documented. So I can literally ask ChatGPT if I wanted to use ChatGPT. I can say, hey, can you write in Antonio T. Smith Jr. writing style this blog? And it will still be me because it's my writing style. Or you say, well, I can't do that, Antonio. Okay, Tracy, who you sound like? Well, I like Lisa Nichols. Okay. In the writing style of Lisa Nichols, use empathy to connect to your audience and action language to inspire them to move. Please write me a 500-word blog based on the information below. Hey, I need like 45 minutes. I got 3 people ahead of you. Okay. That was Chef Jake. So now, see, everybody in front of everybody messing up. So can't make her payments because she doing the catering. She gonna do something. You understand? She gonna do something. I don't know what she gonna do. Yeah, get what I'm saying? If you're busy, go to YouTube, get a video. You say, well, I can't pay for $25, $40. All right, no. Motivational blog. Copy and paste somebody's stuff. Give me key points. The same energy. The hustle is free.
I just thought about something.
The discipline costs everything. Go ahead, Gianna. You got the last words.
Tracy, all the interviews that Tracy has done, she could transcribe them, then put the transcription into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to pull like key points from the interviews. And now she has content.
Right. Because you need to be posted consistently. If you're not consistently in people's face, they won't trust you enough to buy from you. No. She said that's her problem right there. All right. That's what it is. Y'all feel me? All right, y'all. That's been it for me. Deanna, if you want to say some wisdom and close us out, I'm calling Sean right now. What's going on, wow, what's going on, man? I'm fit to Deanna take over, and I'm fit to holler at you. Go ahead, Deanna. You take over, hang up.
May your imagination always be a celebration of you. Thank you all so much for joining us. Love you all. Have a great day.
Love you more. Have a great weekend. Get your tickets to WonderCon. Okay. Call me if you need it. Okay. Call me. Because all I'm doing is coming straight from this website and letting you know, don't miss this wonderfulness, okay? And I'm gonna put you on the website. Click on this link, all right? And look at this with me. All right, y'all, for real. Love y'all.